Girl, we got some tea?
With the honey and the sugar.
Nah, we gonna need some wine for this one.
Well, wine me, please.
Welcome back to another episode of Wine Me Please podcast. Where's your favorite trio in the building? Shaniqua.
It's your girl, Dominique.
And Candace.
And we are here to rock your world. Pause. Anyway, y'all, today, we are talking about the humbling of black women. The humbling of black women. Women in general, but specifically black women.
Man, let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. But before we start talking about it, let me tell you about this wine of the day. We are doing the Melios. That's how I'm going to pronounce it. White dry wine. I know. I know.
You're like,
It's made from Rhodatus Fox and
Malaguzia.
Okay, Malaguzia.
this is Greek.
Malaguzia grapes. Yes, it is Greek. In honor of your trip to Greece last year.
Oh, yeah.
This balanced white wine has complex aromas of citrus flowers and green apples in a refreshing palate. Pairs excellently with fish, shellfish, white meat, pasta, cheese, and fruit. 12.5% alcohol. And we paired it today with a tomato basil pasta salad. Okay.
I should have told you to give me a cap full.
Okay. Right, because y'all know Dominique do not like the dry.
Hey,
We gonna give it.
boss lady, say the name of that again. The name of that wine?
Melios?
Yeah.
Melios?
What did I say?
Melios.
I don't think that's what you said the first time.
I think I said Melios.
Yeah,
Oh,
there we go.
Melios.
Yeah,
Melios.
Yeah.
Friends don't let friends, you know.
I appreciate it. Okay, I will start over. Melios, white dry wine.
All right. Let's
see.
check it out.
Cheers.
Swirl it, smell it, sniff it. Cheers.
Cheers.
Clink. It's not as
Ain't
bad as I
that
thought
dry.
it would be.
It's not that bad. Yeah, no.
It gives me the feel of a Riesling.
It's still soft.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. It still has
It
a
is
soft.
soft.
It still has a soft taste.
Yeah, every time I think about dry wine, I think about swallowing cotton. It's just
Dang.
I'm going to think of that forever now.
it's just dry. Like
Like,
it's
yeah,
just
it's
like
Right, like that is cotton.
you drink dry wine and be like, I need
These
something to drink.
Yeah, make sure she get her tomatoes.
Get her tomatoes.
Right.
Is it this one? Because this
you.
one got a lot
Oh,
of
no.
tomatoes.
That one look like it got a lot of tomatoes too. She
Thank
okay.
you much.
He said she'd be...
Talk about some. Give me the tomatoes.
Interestingly enough,
Mm.
I don't like fresh tomatoes.
Really?
Like a marinated tomato
Mhm.
or like a tomato with a mozzarella, like a
Capri salad.
like a Capri salad.
Mhm.
Yeah, I can do that. But just like a chunky tomato, like a tomato on your sandwich. I put tomatoes on my sandwiches because I like the way they look, but I always pull it off.
Girl, you crazy.
I need you to zoom in on that one.
I like the way it look. It's,
Now she
it,
wasting food.
it adds color.
Now she wasting food.
I'm a visual
for
eater.
aesthetics.
So I be like, they were like, what, if they're gonna, I'd be like, yeah, and then I was just, take it off.
Just wasteful.
A mess. I like tomatoes.
I like
I
the way
used to
they
eat
look.
tomatoes when I was younger, like an apple. Put a
Really?
little salt
A
on
nice tomato and cucumber with vinaigrette or something.
My grandma told me, some old people shit. Yep.
With
This
some olive
isn't bad.
maybe.
This is pretty good.
Got it from Target.
Don't play with Target.
We about to get a sponsorship deal?
I need them to stop playing my brand deal for real. Brought to
It's
you by
pretty good, though.
Target. Tomato basil pasta salad. Brought to you by Target.
Exactly.
$4.99. Okay. Anyway,
I'm here for it.
you like it?
Mhm.
It's a tomato sauce. Is it even? What is tomatoes? I thought
It has
that
some
was-
peppers. It has some
sun-dried?
red peppers in there too.
That's what I say. I taste the red.
It has red peppers and tomatoes
Maybe
and
some-
olives.
Yeah, this is a
Okay,
red
might
pepper
be-
that I'm really
It might
eating.
be sun-dried tomatoes.
They're
in there.
Oh
It's
yeah,
sun-dried.
sun-dried tomatoes. Hey,
Look at me, my chef tongue.
sun-dried tomatoes. Look,
Ooh,
if you
yes.
don't know nothing about
Put that in your
cooking-
eggs with a little bit of spinach and then your cheese.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, nice spinach omelet.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yep.
But I was just about to say, it do be taking your food up to the next level.
They do.
Put on your spinach omelet.
That's how you know you grown, Spencer.
Make a little pasta.
When you try new shit.
I'm gonna be a baby forever.
Thank you.
Give him the chicken nuggets, please.
I don't want the
He don't want
nuggets
chicken
either.
nuggets. He want his grilled chicken and potatoes.
I'm okay with that, actually.
Okay, so this topic came to me after watching R.I.P. Harlem. Because y'all know they done got rid of our show, y'all. And in the show, the last season, dang, I forgot the girl name that fast. But the one who's an actress.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she is engaged to this like man that got money, I guess. I don't know.
He's like a multi-millionaire realtor.
I think that's debatable, but he got money, and so she is doing this play that she's so proud of, and it's like real ratchet and raunchy.
It's based off a Girls Trip.
Yeah, it's based off of it is. I got drugs in my booty hole.
She's playing Tiffany Haddish's character in Girls Trip.
Oh, okay.
And so it's a whole play, but it's so funny, and it's her. It's just her character, and throughout the entire time. He's like, you don't have to work. Like, do you really have to go to practice? Like, you're not asking how I'm doing. You're not, it's at these random moments. And her big production, the opening night or whatever, it went very well. So much so that a big time producer came up to her and was like, yeah, I have a role for you. It's like some next level stuff, right? And she was like, oh my God, like y'all think I was that good, yada yada yada. And mind you, her fiance was not down. He was against this whole thing the whole time. And then
he didn't take it serious.
Yeah, and in this moment, they're having this conversation, the director and her, and he gonna say, yeah, you see, you came check out my baby girl, she did her thing. And so then the director is like,
where you been at?
Is you cool? Like, dude, is you cool? Like, because that's not something you say. This is a professional conversation. Yeah. And even the fiance looked at him like, what the fuck? Like, it was the language that was being used and like, oh, yeah, my baby girl and my... Like,
infantilizing her.
Like, the one was like, oh, hey, sweetie, okay? He's like, oh, my little sweetie. Like,
yeah,
he was like,
diminishing her light. And, like, everybody looked, and the director was like, call me if you able to do this. Like, I gotta go.
He pretty much had said in the while they were talking about it, because they were also planning for like a huge. Well, he didn't want a huge wedding, but she wanted a huge wedding. Yeah. But they were planning for it, and he pretty much in that scene had kind of said like, I don't know if you're gonna be able to do this because it was the filming took place when they got married. When they were supposed to get married. So he was pretty much in that moment, like almost kind of making decisions for her in front of the producer. Yeah.
And that's why everybody's like looking like, bro, like wrong time, wrong place. Like, what are you doing here? But it was just for me. While for some people that may have just seemed like, oh, it wasn't that big of a deal. But like watching the entire that last season, you see it in different moments of him like diminishing and like, you don't have to do, or I don't want my woman to do this, or here's my black card, so therefore you don't need to go work anywhere. You don't need to do this acting stuff. And she's like, but I love this and I don't need your black card. I don't need your money. I'm not doing this. Like, she was doing it for money, but it was like, that was her passion. You know what I'm saying? And he was not getting it. Yeah. And he's like, no, but what about me? Yeah. What about this marriage? What about this wedding that I don't even want? Sir. Yeah. Like,
I haven't watched that show, but it made me think of P-Valley with the girl that was the dancer and with the abusive boyfriend who didn't want her to pursue her music.
Oh, yeah, the one that was with that white boy?
Yeah. It reminds me similar.
Mississippi. Ain't
Mississippi.
That was my girl.
Yeah.
Is P-Valley coming back?
I hope so. Please come back. No, but it's all this, the dynamic of money and power of like you not being able to attain at a certain level, because if you do, then you don't need me anymore.
Yeah. Essentially, that's what it is. And it's like, no, I got to keep you under my thumb a little bit. Like, because what are you doing here?
If you get too successful, then I can't.
I saw it from that perspective. I also saw it from a different perspective to play advocate. I don't want to say devil's advocate, but to play different advocate. The previous season, she was very gung-ho, focused, and attached to him. Mm-hmm. So I feel like that also caused him to be even more attached to her. Mm-hmm. But when it was that her career took off, she became less focused on the relationship than what he was used to.
Yeah.
So like in previous seasons, and for some men, finances and being able to provide for your person makes them feel good. Mm-hmm. I mean, it doesn't mean that it's right, but it does make them feel good. So he actually enjoyed taking care of her.
Yeah. But was that discussed? That whole thing is
right.
Like, our goals aligned in that way.
And that's why I think that for both of them, communication was missed. Because even down to the wedding, she had went and booked the venue when he didn't tell her no, he just told her wait. Yeah, don't book it yet. And she just went and did it and booked it anyway. And it later came out that he was like, it's not that I don't want some type of wedding, but I don't have family to share this moment with. Mm-hmm. So I don't want a 2,000 seated venue. Mm-hmm. And that everybody's only going to be on your side. And there's not going to be one person on my side. I don't talk to my family at all like that. So I think that for the most part, it was a big miss in communication. And for him, it was like, okay, yeah, you're doing all this stuff for your career, but now there's nothing happening in our relationship. And that's what he was specifically used to, because her career wasn't taking off in the beginning. But at the same time,
he was really just used to him catering to her, catering to him all the time. Because even then, it wasn't like they had this equally yoked relationship beforehand too, where it was like it was because
she's always been the unstable friend, with men and in general. Exactly.
But my thing is, if you know my goals are to reach
that's
some certain level,
then
don't resent me for still trying to achieve that. I think that
he didn't think that he underestimated her, and that's why I think it kind of went left and went wrong. And I think that he underestimated her. And then there are some areas, even with her, where I feel like she honestly didn't have a certain level of respect for him in terms of what he did want in certain areas. Because there's some things that he was saying, she was just like, but this is what I want. But this is what they were both competing for what they wanted. Yeah. You know, but I do think career-wise, when it comes, and I think that that's an issue with some men, not all men, some men in general, they can't take when their woman may have a higher income or may have a more powerful position. Not all men, but some men can't, because there does create this idea of, oh, she may not need me or she may not want me. And I used to tell my husband all the time, I tell him this too, and it may sound crazy, I never want you to need me, and I don't want to need you. Absolutely. Because the moment that you, for me, the idea of need it's strictly because it's codependency, and it's strictly transactional. So the moment that you can't provide my need, I'm not going to
it's a problem.
Want you, right? Right. I want you to want me, because that way, no matter what I can or can't do, you generally want to be around me. Absolutely. And I feel like that's where some relationships, especially with some men, they kind of think that, well, she don't need me, and I don't want to need you. Yeah. I want to want you. That's more authentic to me.
Yeah. No, I mean, I agree, and that doesn't sound crazy at all. Because I was told Jarvis that too. I was like, well, I don't need you. I want you, because like you said, like we are all career driven women. We have our own. We got our shit together. We have like things in place, like. Whatever value you add is a bonus at this point. And I can appreciate that bonus, and I welcome that bonus. You know what I'm saying? But I don't, like I said, I don't want to have to be like, oh, I need you to do this. Because now my livelihood is dependent on you. Right. And I can't deal with that. And you shouldn't deal with that.
And how will I look at you if you're ever put in a position where I put this great need on you and you generally can't provide it?
Right. Yeah.
Now I don't want to look at you like you're less than. I don't want you to have to bear the burden of, damn, my wife needs this, and I can't give it to her.
And then the need should be reciprocal, whatever that is. It's like wherever I lack, you should be able to make up, because I know I won't be 100% in some areas sometimes. So yes, I'm going to need you to make up where I lack, but I also will reciprocate that.
Exactly. Like how do we balance each other in those areas? But yeah, I do feel like in some cases there can be a big thing career-wise with Black women. I do feel like people try to humble us in our careers, and the amount of degrees that we have, and oh, well, this is just that. This is that lit this and that. Oh, your degree don't mean nothing. Yeah. And it don't.
Yeah. And women, black women be trying to humble other black women.
No,
that's true too.
Yeah.
Just think about what's that show? I got 4 degrees. Potomac.
Oh, Potomac. Yeah.
Wendy and her 4 degrees, and Giselle hated that. And Giselle, Ashley, all of them, they used to hate it.
And Karen hated that.
Karen hated it. Hated that girl got 4 degrees, and she
it'd be like internalized self-hatred.
You know the only person that didn't hate it was Candace.
Of course not.
Because Candace was she's very educating focused. She was also going for her master's at the time too. Like she's the only person that didn't hate that. But yeah, some women they can't. Again, kind of like people like we talked about, like even self-expression in that way. Like you can't take that somebody's that comfortable and they can pull that on you.
You're
Dr. Wendy.
You're less likely to you can't be as manipulated or I guess controlled in a sense. Like you have complete autonomy. So it is like, well, what value do I have? And you have to kind of step it up because I think women that get to that certain level have done a lot of work on themselves, a lot of self-reflection, a lot of just a lot of work. And so to meet them where they're at, I think that takes a lot for the other person. And instead of doing that, it's just a lot of trying to tear women down and try to humble them. Because you've heard the debate. So I saw somebody post this. It doesn't matter what degrees or how much money you make. None of that means anything. It's something about your mouth or something like that. It was just like your attitude, which granted, yes, you can have a shitty attitude, but it was just like, none of that shit matters unless you can give me peace, right? And it's like, where's the responsibility of having your own peace?
Right, because I'm not responsible.
I'm not responsible for your peace. If I got an attitude, then why do I have an attitude? You know what I mean? It's a lot of I don't want any type of drama or no nonsense with a woman that can assert herself and how she feels versus a woman that's going to be more passive and put up with your shit.
Yeah. And I've had that conversation with my husband before too because he knows that I call him a professional student, but he does have a pretty good career. But I am the degree holder in the household, and we had a debate at one point in time because I was like, when we first started dating, I asked you what attracted you to me, and you said, oh, because I saw that you were educated, like you were about to graduate with your bachelor's at the time. He's like, I thought that was very attractive. I said, oh, okay. I said, but it's kind of interesting to me now because now you be like, oh, your degree doesn't really mean much to me. So I was like, I need you to kind of elaborate on that because it can kind of feel a little bit offensive. And he was like, well, and I can understand this. My husband is a very type A personality, and when he says things, his heart means better than what it is.
It's like black and white, kind of.
Yeah, because he'll say, I was like, I don't say anything because everything I say comes off the wrong way. I was like, you just got to think a long time. But he was like, I find that attractive for you because I enjoyed you going after your goals and your ambitions. But as it pertains to our relationship, I feel like your degrees are for you. What I want for us and for me to a certain extent is that peace and that love and that nurturing. I don't need your degrees. I need you. So he's like, for me in that sense, your degrees are for you. They don't do nothing for me. So he was like, it's attractive that you're ambitious, but what's maintaining is who you are as a person. So I was like, okay, I can get that, but still.
Right,
I think it takes
my degrees.
I think what we forget is it takes a certain amount. It takes a certain kind of woman to be ambitious in that way that I think our demeanors are a little bit different. Not to say hard or cold, but you do have to have some tough skin and tenacity to be an achieving woman in the first place. So our personality is a little bit hold our own, kind of defensive.
Exactly.
And so if that's the kind of woman that you kind of aspire or you kind of admire, something made her that way.
Right. Exactly.
So
exactly.
You know what I mean?
And that comes with it too. There's gonna be a little bite in a woman that has to fight through education systems. We all went to primarily white institutions. So there was that we had to fight through. We definitely had to fight to get through our
fight
degrees.
These white spaces.
And fight the white spaces. Exactly.
We want the peace too.
Exactly.
Right.
So to a certain extent, we had to, this tough skin does develop and we do put weight on the accomplishments that we had with our degrees. But I tell him this all the time. I was like, it may not mean nothing to you. I said, but I find it interesting how when we are in these spaces, you always say, this is my wife and she has a master's in social work.
Be proud.
I said, so help me understand. Because, you know, you put the title out there. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if it's just to kind of like help set the tone or like don't undermine my wife because she is smart, mm-hmm. you know, or to let them know like, oh, my wife holds some weight too, like she can join in on these conversations, but it needs to be that way behind closed doors, in front of closed doors, in front of other people. Like, you know, I need it to be that way across the board. But yeah, like don't try to like humble us in those. Don't try to humble me because it's going to put some like highness on you, right? Like, and that's usually what the humbleness comes from. Like, I want to humble you to make me feel better because I feel low. Yeah, you can't do that. You better take it to Jesus.
Somebody get it away from me.
Hello. Hello. Exactly.
Would he have, not just going off of that, would he have still pursued you if you wasn't getting a degree?
I think so, because I'm that bitch.
I mean, I'm with you when you're right.
I just playing. No, I think so. I think that was just like another bonus of I will say this. Him seeing me get my degree was just an in-your-face ambition. I know that if it wasn't a degree, you would have been seeing some other type of ambition posted or some other type of ambition presented that still would have probably attracted you. So yeah, but who knows? We have to get him on the next episode to ask him.
Now you know he is not.
I
know. You better ask him and bring us back the results.
I'm gonna ask him right. Give him a record. Like here, say this on record.
You have to have a hidden camera.
Exactly. Here I go.
Right. Hey, y'all got the evidence right here.
Right.
Slide
Exactly.
at the footage.
Exactly.
No.
Have you guys ever had an experience where you feel like somebody was trying to humble you?
Probably.
You just didn't care.
I didn't. I just be like, whatever.
Yeah.
But that's always just been my personality, though.
I don't like those like I feel like some guys when they're first, some of them try to use sense of humor, but they try to use little jabs as sense of humor. Yeah. That type of situation, I'd be like, are you trying to humble me, or you think you're being funny, or you know what I mean? So you like, if you say you work out, well, so and so, or I don't know, they'll just correct your form or say something just real minute something to, instead of just like giving a compliment of like, oh, you know, keep up the good work type of thing. It'll be like quick little jabs and
turn your pinkies inward.
Like just
and then lift up.
And you know, and some of it you can tell when it comes from a genuine place, but like when it's constant. Like, you could tell when someone's constantly doing something like that. It's just like, you can't never say nothing positive.
Have you guys seen the clips from, I know you don't watch television, but I don't watch the show. I've just only seen the clips of Married at First Sight. It was this couple that had got married in that's the woman, and then the guy's name was like Akichi or Akaichi. Anyway, she was.
The name sounds familiar, but I've never seen this.
I've only seen the clips.
I was watching them.
That would have been too triggered. But they were both from Chicago. It was the Chicago season, and like when they went to each other's apartment. She was a registered nurse. I believe she has her own practice. She's an MP. I believe she has her own practice. He's either a teacher or an artist or an art teacher. Something like that. Did
he play like music? He had like a guitar or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Light skin, bald head.
I think that's all I know.
Anyway, when he they first went to his apartment because they got to each other's apartments. She was like, "Oh, your apartment's nice." He didn't have a nice apartment. He was like downtown. Like he didn't have like no nice janky apartment, nice views, everything. They went to her apartment. Her apartment was leveled up. Not crazy leveled up. She just had 2 levels, to be honest. She had a nice view too, 2 levels. And as soon as he walked into her apartment, he was just like, "Dang, my apartment ain't got nothing on this." And he just kept saying stuff like, you misgot it all together.
Yeah.
He said something
about the air fryer.
Yeah.
I was like, dang, you got this the air fryer you got. My little air fryer don't mean nothing.
My apartment ain't got nothing.
After that, their relationship went plummeted downhill. Like he just kept saying stuff like, so as soon as they walked out her apartment, the last thing he said was, "Man, this makes me feel small."
Yeah, I done had some of them.
Then after that, after the episodes when they were going to counseling, he would be like, "Oh, she just makes me feel small." He tried to say that this woman sexually assaulted him.
You lied.
He told them that when they first met each other, he was like, "Oh, damn, you're so fine, like you're so beautiful." They're like giving each other compliments, like back and forth, X, Y, Z. Maybe 2, 3. Now at this point, they're married. It's married at first sight. They're married. Maybe a couple of days after that, she made like a pass at him, because they had a sexual conversation as well. They just hadn't had sex. She made a pass at him. He denied her. She said, okay, but she kind of wanted to know, like, why. He said, like, her questioning him as being combative and going against how he feels.
You don't like her, then you just don't like her.
They went to that damn session and he told them, "I don't understand how a woman that I just met is willing to have sex with me after a couple of days. And also, she didn't ask for my consent before she tried to make a pass at me. And that to me, that feels like harassment." He was trying to tear that woman down on camera.
Dang.
Child, on camera. I would have sued. I would have been at the lawyer's office.
It was a point where they had, so even after that, they had to plan, it was their 1 month anniversary. She had planned a picnic. Cause he likes to paint.
Oh no, we gotta be done after that.
We
gotta be done after that. We gotta wrap this up. We gotta wrap this up. You pressing charge. She
had a whole little painting sip thing set up for them in the middle of a park. He walks up to her. Now remind you, he paints.
Right.
He walks up to her. Sits down. She said, "Oh, well, I just wanted to try and, like, get us a date, try and, like, make sure that we can get people understand that I got us something to paint." "Oh, you call this painting? This is what you think is painting?" I was like, but I felt like that entire time, he was strictly trying to tear her down.
He wasn't interested in her. He wasn't interested in her.
People.
In front of America.
All of the Married at First Sight people, they get together once a month. He didn't tell her that he was coming. She was sitting there by herself. He walks in, sits down. They're like, "So tell us, what's going on?" And she was just kind of like, "Oh, we're making it." He's just like nonchalant. And then he was like, "I mean, when you're with a partner that makes you feel small and they act like an asshole, what do you..." Like, it was horrible.
I don't see how people stay in these situations. I'm sorry. I don't even know you like that.
The show over, or
they did divorce. And the crazy thing is that he tries to pull her give her divorce papers in front of everybody. Like, walked in when they had, like, that 3-month meetup with the whole cast. Bought her a piece of paper. It's like, "Hey, come over here and talk to me for a second." Being, like, real casual. She like, "What's this?" Like, kind of like, "Okay, whatever." Came over there, sat down. And then he was like, "I just want to offer you these papers." Gave her one sheet of paper, and then it had a signature line on it. And then she was just like, "A divorce paper has more papers than this, so if you give me actual divorce papers, I'll sign these." And then he was like, "Well, just sign it." She was like, "There's a line here. There isn't even a line that says signature. I'm not signing anything that's not legal." So she said, "Bring me some legal documents, I will gladly give you a divorce." But it was just a whole, like, him trying to embarrass her. She did kind of mess up, though, because he made a statement like, "I feel like no matter who I was, she would have married me." But it's love at first sight. Of course, no matter who you was, she would have just married you.
Yeah.
But she ended up meeting up with some guy and married him, or got engaged to him, like, a couple of months after they divorced. But we ended up finding out that nigga lived on his sister's couch. So
she just got bad decision making.
Right.
She got bad decision making.
I need you to go to therapy.
Bad decision making. But sorry, I kind of went down a rabbit hole with them. No, but he was literally trying to tear and humble her because of his own insecurities. And it all stemmed from an air fryer.
No, for real though. Because I saw that's the little clip I saw.
I ain't gonna lie, that air fryer is something different.
Yeah. You mad because she got a
fancy air fryer?
Like, what we talking about here?
You're like, "Man, even your air fryer, I just feel so small." And she just like, "No, I don't feel like that."
Right.
Like,
I saw that was the one clip I did see, because it was the showing in the house. I think I saw it on, like, TikTok or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm like, his house was nice too.
His house was nice.
too. I said, what is he?
His house was actually more aesthetically pleasing than her house. Her house was just a nice size.
Yeah.
And his house actually looked better.
They both had nice views and everything.
Yeah. Unpopular opinion, and I'll get chewed up for this. I know we have the conversations about like being equally yoked and like how much people bring to the table. But a woman dating a man that makes less, sometimes, not all, can be insufferable because of that insecurity.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely.
And some men can handle it and to be okay, but some men just like really, it's very self-defeating and they project and it's insufferable. I don't think we could be humble. Like I said, I think we take it to the chin like we always do and we just keep striding.
But as long as I keep seeing me and other people, I'll never be humble because it's just a representation of me all around.
Yeah.
Never. Hello. Clock that.
So, clock that T. How did that go?
I let her have them by herself, baby.
That's Shabbat dance. How does Shabbat dance?
Oh, stop! Stop! The visual is here. Stop!
That's how I was trying to do the rock back and forth.
Stop. Stop. With that being said, thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Podcast. Well, we are not your podcast for what?
Yeah, we're not just a podcast for tea. So why me, please?
Follow us on all social media platforms and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Spotify, all that other good jazz. Peace out. That's what I'm saying. His name, I could see his body. Could you? Right, that's all right. Because I'm looking at his body. And don't forget, if you want our advice, send us an email to advice@winemepleasepodcast.com.